The reason people hate Israel is not even anti-Semitism in a lot of cases. A lot of these people hate Israel because Israel is strong.
Firstly, pretty much nobody hates Israel because they are anti-Semites. The media wants us to believe that whoever speaks against Israel must be an anti-Semite in order to make us afraid of speaking out against the Israeli state too, lest we will be called anti-Semites. Secondly, what Kisin is doing here is reducing criticism of Palestine's decades-long occupation and violence to mere jealousy of its strength. People do not hate Israel because it is strong. What they hate is that Israel is using its strength to oppress, dominate, displace, and kill Palestinians.
And the surrounding countries, in particular the Palestinians, are weak. They're less populous, they're less militarily sophisticated, they've got less money, right?
Israel is not just more sophisticated. It has one of the most advanced militaries in the world, as well as a massive US aid. Palestinians, on the other hand, are living under occupation, and many of them do not have even clean water and electricity. So yes, they are weak in that sense. But the reason for that is decades of brutal, systemic oppression, which is what more and more people are standing up against.
They're the underdog. They're the underdog in these people's heads.
Palestinians are not underdogs in people's heads. They are underdogs in reality, blockaded, bombed, and displaced. So to minimize this as a perception issue is just cruel and utterly stupid.
You have to hate the strong, and you have to love and pity and try to promote and take the side of the weak. That's their mindset.
Again, it has nothing to do with strength. It is about standing up against cruelty, colonization, and ethnic cleansing.
So they're victim makers, is that the argument?
No, the argument is that it's the same inversion that they do about us. They hate the West for being successful.
This is not an inversion. It is a response to centuries of colonization, military intervention, and exploitation by the West.
Right. And they hate Israel for being successful.
No, they hate Israel too for being a brutal state.
They choose to side with the Palestinians, many of them, not because they know anything about the conflict, remotely.
This is immensely arrogant and condescending. First of all, a lot of people who criticize Israel are academics, historians, journalists, and people who have deeply studied or even witnessed the conflict. Secondly, just the fact that Israel has killed tens of thousands of women and children over the last couple of years is enough evidence of its unjustified cruelty.
No, and I don't claim to be the world's greatest expert on the conflict either, I should just say. I'm just saying the reason these people who know even less than I do about that conflict are so persuaded that one side is right and the other side is wrong is they have a simple way of measuring.
Kisin is being very disingenuous here. He criticizes others for black and white thinking while doing the exact same thing, framing Israel as successful and those who criticize it as ignorant or stupid.
This is the whole neo-Marxist worldview. The oppressed are right and the oppressors are wrong.
Neo-Marxist, what does that even mean? It's just an empty label used to dismiss those who oppose oppression. One does not need to be a Marxist in order to be against the bombing and the colonization of millions of people.
So if you point your finger at someone and say, that's an oppressor, that person becomes wrong, right? Or if you see that they are strong, they must be an oppressor, therefore they must be wrong. Well, that doesn't make any sense.